All right, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at sonnets, particularly the Shakespearean sonnet. Now, sonnet is an Italian word. It was invented by the Italian Petrarch, and it means a little song, a sonetto. It is little. It only has 14 lines. In fact, that's one of the things that makes a sonnet a sonnet. It only has 14 lines. 13, too short. 15 is too many. It's always exactly 14. It's also written in iambic pentameter, and all that really means is that each line has 10 syllables, or 5 beats in it. The other thing that makes a sonnet is it has a very specific rhyme scheme, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. In the English sonnet, it is consisted of 4-line stanzas called quatrains, and there's 3 of those. 3 times 4 is 12, and then it ends in a couplet. Cutest couple, 2 lines that rhyme. So 3 4-line stanzas plus a couple equals 14. Let's take a look. So here's an example by Shakespeare himself. This is called Sonnet 29. When, in disgrace with fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at the break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. So here we see there's 14 lines. We can count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 exactly. We can also see there's a regular rhyme scheme. If we look at the way it ends, eyes, state, cries, fate. We see a little pattern there. And we give these rhymes a little letter. So eyes becomes A, state is a different rhyme, so we give this a B, cries is A, fate, B. So we'll see there's a regular pattern here. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, B, E, B, F, F. We might also call it E, F, E, F, G, G. It all works the same. So we can sort of see every other line in the quatrain rhymes, right? Eyes and cries, state and fate. And it ends in a couplet, 2 lines that rhyme, lines 13 and 14. Brings kings. The other thing we can see in a sonnet is that it is a love poem. It's about emotion. So if we look at lines 1 through 8, we can sort of see there's an emotion here. Look at those red, bold-faced words. Disgrace, alone, outcast, cries, curse my fate, wishing like somebody to be somebody else, desiring to be somebody else. Even heaven is deaf to my cries. So those opening words, or those opening lines, are all about establishing a mood. It's almost like the blues. I feel like a loser. I feel all alone. I feel like an outcast. I look around, somebody else is better looking. Somebody else is more popular. Somebody else is smarter than I am. Somebody else is richer than I am. Everywhere I go, I see people having a better life than mine. But then the sonnet gives us something called the volta. The volta is the shift, the turn. It literally means to turn. And so we see that something happens here, right? Just when I hate myself the most, yet something happens. And he's going to change his mood, right? Haply I think on thee. Who's he thinking about? Thee. I think on you. He's talking to a girl. This turns into a love poem. So when I'm feeling like an outcast and I almost hate myself, I think about you, girl. And now we get a simile. Like the lark at the break of day arising, like a bird at dawn, I have a new day. And how do we feel at a new day?